The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, a domain divided. I am, of course, the storyteller of this chronicle, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Dr. Katerina Riccozzi of Clan Zamizzi.
And I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
House, it's great to be back at the table playing Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
What happened last episode? Let's see. Cover your ears, Bo. You didn't hear any of this because you were sleeping. This group, they had a little fun at the train yard. I'll just put it that way. And by a little fun, they got all the information they wanted, got out cleanly, and it still got blown up, other than Mama setting fire to a railroad cart. The rest of the blow up was not done by them. For once, they were not directly responsible for explosions.
As Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
That's right. Of course, after that event, the news reports were definitely filled with the liquid propane explosion at the Union Pacific Neff Yard that killed 5 people that night, 4 guards and a manager. But I'm pretty sure you know that wasn't an accident for that part. But we ended the episode with this crew being told that, well, they had 2 days until Johnny showed up at 12:03 exactly, out front. But we're not there yet. Because right now we've got to flash over to Mr. Solomon, who has been unconscious for a few days. And as you're laying there, the first sensation that comes back to you, Bo, is you're being held by someone. You got to wake up. You got to wake up tonight. Come on. Come on, Bo. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to wake up, Bo. And as you open your eyes, Teddy is holding your head in his arms, just repeating over and over. You got to wake up, Bo. It's time to wake up.
Where the fuck am I? Where?
It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. You're in our bed.
Bo takes his hand and just slowly reaches it and puts it on his face, on Teddy's face.
And
Is this real?
yeah, it's real. You've been asleep for over a week.
That long?
Over a week. Been 8 days.
You've been here the whole time.
As much as I can. Callum's been good about helping out. Making sure, when I have to go get food, keeping somebody with you. But I've been here as much as I can, which is pretty much most of the time. What happened? I didn't think, I'm used to you sleeping during the day, but this isn't like that.
Promise me you're real.
How can I? Yes, I promise I'm real.
Promise.
I'm still here. What happened?
We went back to my childhood home, and the easiest way of just describing it is that I had this vision. Back to the night my mother died. There was this man like me, but not like me. I don't know if there's some argument or disagreement he had with my father, but the long short of it is that he turned my father. He made my father like me. And count yourself fortunate you've never seen me or you didn't know me early on. It's madness, it's rage, it's frenzy. And unfortunately, my brother was there at the time. He got caught up in it. And something happened where he turned, but not fully. But that didn't stop the rage from taking over him as well. And my mother was a victim of that madness, of that anger.
And Teddy reaches down and he's just lightly stroking the side of your face. It's all right, though. It's all good now. It was a dream or something. You're fine.
He knew. Son of a bitch knew, and he didn't tell me. He's like me. And he's still doing this. He knew. God damn it, he knew.
Calm down, but it'll be all right, Bo. Just calm down. You've been through a lot. You need to take a deep breath. I know you haven't eaten for days because I've been here for days. You always get angry. You get hangry when you haven't eaten.
He knew. My brother knew. My brother, the sad thing is he's not even responsible, but he knew and he didn't tell me any of this. He led me to feel guilty that I was not there.
You've told me the whole time your brother's an asshole. What did you expect? He's nothing good. He's toxic. Everything you've told me points that out. And it's just a tribute to who you are as a person, that you're always trying to find the good side of somebody. But I've told you before, some people aren't redeemable.
I would have liked to think that when it came to our parents, he would have at least told me a half-truth.
But he didn't.
No.
And it just goes to show you, he's not.
Calls me the monster.
I haven't seen a lot of monster out of you yet.
I hope you don't.
But
as for my brother, though, the sad thing is, even seeing all of that, when I was sleeping, I relived that moment over and over and over again.
God, that's horrible.
And that whole time, I pitied him because I knew what he went through. It was not his fault for killing our mother. Whoever this other person was, it's his fault. But to blame me for him being what he is, who he is, no, I'm not going to be his punching bag anymore.
Well, that's good. So you need to find this other person, the one who did it, right?
Yes, but sorry, I'm still trying to clear my head. Finding this person's one thing, but I can't imagine I'm enough to stop whoever this is. I don't know if those in the coterie are. I don't know the power this person has, but I guess we don't know until we start looking.
We do, like you've always told me. First, we take a deep breath. Then we work it one step at a time, one problem at a time. That's all we can do, right? That's what you always tell me.
Yeah.
And Teddy puts his hand down close to your mouth. And that close, you can smell his skin, the blood, hear his pulse. I need you to make a frenzy check. I think, let me see, there should be an easy way to do frenzy.
Yeah,
oh, yes, right on the character sheet, a frenzy check button.
Yeah,
it's
there's a
awesome.
button.
I like it. Nice and easy. A 3. You're okay for now. He's not bleeding. You can resist the urge. But you know the hunger it's there. It's calling to you. And Teddy says, just, if you need a drink, get a drink. You'll feel better. You'll always feel better.
Mo says that in a way that is heavy, holds a lot of weight, and not just thank you for the understanding in this moment.
I'm here for you. Look, life is this crazy, fucked up world we live in it's rough. But we got each other.
All these years holding so much blame and animosity towards myself for not being here.
Well, now you know the truth. And the truth is what sets you free, right? That's what they say. If it doesn't set you free, well, at least you know now, right? Isn't that the important part? You know.
It's not my mother. She's trapped.
I don't even know what to tell you with that one. I don't know anything about. I mean, you told me she's a ghost. I don't
expect you to know the right thing to say, and I'm not looking for that. Just the reality of the situation. But
we'll find a way.
I'm not going to sleep, but mind if I lay down just for a little bit longer?
Sure. I will say your phone has been like, I mean, I had to put it on silent because it just kept making noises from your friends texting you every night, seeing if you're awake.
Yep, yet.
Not the you up text I'm used to.
Not a booty call.
But Bo will go to his phone and just text the group, I'm awake.
And I'm sure you get a flurry of texts back. Oh, thank goodness. We need to get together. Well, you know. Yeah.
So you rest a bit, but, you know, unfortunately, there is no rest for the wicked or those who are damned. And while there may be some kindred who will argue that point, you are the damned.
I think in the meantime, Bo would try and find a means of staving off the hunger.
Okay.
And then when told when and where, he would meet up with the rest of them.
They're gathering at the Coterie hangout.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone tell him anything at all about Johnny's van this night?
Not until we meet with him in person.
Okay.
And we're not going to do it over text.
I'm just making sure.
I imagine that we tell him to dress sharp.
Yes.
You have to make sure he's appropriately dressed.
Okay. So I'm sure I will let Bo figure out what that means to him about what to wear, and we'll let the group gather at the Coterie hangout.
Bo would probably put on a suit that Callum bought for him. Maybe no tie. And meet up with the rest.
Okay. So the Coterie has gathered. I will leave it to the Coterie to have their scene right now. Bo has finally come back after 8 days. He's missed a lot, I think.
How you feeling, Bo?
Bo would have before walking in would have turned the face on. So getting us in trouble while I was gone?
First, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Gwen's gonna insight check that. Or
Bullshit.
bullshit check.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't even need to roll.
Bullshit.
You don't
You
even need to
roll,
roll.
Doesn't believe it.
You're not even going to make a roll?
I mean, I can roll.
You don't even. Honestly, it's not something he's hiding.
He's not okay.
He's not okay. Okay, we take that as you don't want to talk about it. That's fine. Not going to go flying off the handle anytime soon, are you?
No.
Okay, that's good.
I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, we did some fun stuff. Rashad, you want to give him the breakdown?
We encountered more of the lupines. Apparently, they are having their own problems. Mr. McFarlane made a friends with one. I believe her name was Artemis or Athena, one of the gods of mythology. I have confirmed that I can call the dead without much issues, so if you want me to try with your mother, I am willing. We have learned that the technocracy is in the city, and they are located near that restaurant. We have...
You're saying a lot of things. I'm picking about half of them.
Technocracy are a group of mages that even like your run-of-the-mill normal mages don't like. They are basically the bad guys of them.
Bad guy mages, cool. Got it.
We have decided to avoid encountering them for the time being.
Cool.
We believe your brother is working with them or for them. We have managed to strike back at the spot, which is effective. Miss Okozi was very creative with her use of fire, and we've already done that.
Another bars.
Oh no, we hit the train station in the industrial district.
So big fire.
No, actually, it was a small contained fire that we created. See, we went in. Callum got us some badges from Mr. Dillon to go in as OSHA, as inspectors. And we went in, and Gwen and Callum kind of worked the guards and the manager, where Rashad and I went to inspect the actual cars that were there. And we found a car that looked like it hadn't been moved in a while. Like rust was building up on it. And cracked that sucker open. There was another container inside that literally looked like they had taken the roof off the freaking train car to put this thing inside. It was packed in so tight. Okay. Opened it up. It was freaking sealed. Opened it up. And literally there was like 20 fucking shovel heads staked inside. So I did a massive freaking Molotov at them. Yeah.
Not
well organized than we had given them credit for. At least I had.
that it really mattered much.
No, because after we left, then the Sabbat came in, like probably moments after we left. We just missed them. And I kind of hate that because I would have loved to have gotten some more. But literally, they came in and more than likely what they did, because the reports are saying if you see, I don't know if you've caught the news before coming here, but literally reports are saying that there was a propane tanker on the line that ended up exploding and stuff and killing 5 people. No, those were the 5 guys that were there that night. And likely the Sabbat chained them to the tanker and then blew it up. Yeah. But Gwen got some info.
Yeah, we have a name now. I haven't actually told the rest of them this yet. The Nelson Trust? Owned by a kindred. Of course.
And that's where the money, like Sabbat money, is funneling through, if I'm...
It was going to the rail yard through them. Yeah.
Very wealthy family. One of those families that has hands in everything type of thing.
Do you know which kindred?
Like what type of kindred?
Or who is running it?
I have a picture and did I have a name, don't I? Or no?
You don't have a name.
Okay.
You have the older pictures, the historical pictures that they couldn't erase as easy.
Dumb question. It's not like Nelson, is it?
The name?
The last name is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you mean Nelson?
No, I meant like, well, we have part of a name. No. I mean, assuming that it's the Nelson Foundation, at least Nelson.
It's the Nelson family. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's see the picture.
Yeah, Gwen takes it out.
The older pictures showing, I mean, some of the pictures look pretty old. She's pulled them from various records. It looks like historical documents, archives, those kind of places. But they all show an old man, bald, ears slightly pointy. But if you look, they're different. Each man in the picture, but not. The bone structure is always the same. And Kat in particular, as a medical professional, would be able to see the bone structure. The coloration changed. The skin changed slightly. Sometimes it looks like they might have had something in their mouth at the time to increase their jowls to make it look, slightly different, but it's the same person. One time they had hair. One time.
Being from here, is this someone of note that I might recognize?
The name, the Nelsons are very well known in Kansas City. The Nelson family is rich, and even more rich. Their name is on all the philanthropic stuff. They donate to the museums. They throw galas. They donate to the homeless. They throw soup kitchens. Their money is everywhere in the city.
Any first names of note that I could provide Gwen?
Everyone has only ever mentioned Old Man Nelson, which is what makes it odd.
Oh, that's Old Man Nelson, but unfortunately, that's all most people ever referred him.
She's going to make comments on what he did to alter himself in photos.
I will say, Kat, it doesn't look like Zemitzi powers were used.
Not at all.
It wasn't fleshcraft. He
This
just
is
used
more like stage costuming.
Yeah.
It might be
That is
worth
another thing for us to look into.
exactly. It might be worth reaching out to Victoria
Or
since her
Manuel.
family's-
Manuel's been here for a long time based on what everybody says.
Victoria's family has too.
Yeah.
So probably the next steps, other than looking into just holdings of the family.
Yeah.
But in order to get to the root.
Yeah.
But I'll see what I can find target-wise from them that we can do in the meantime while I'm...
Wonder if he's particularly close to his family.
I will say, Gwen, if you want targets, you can find lots of places the Nelson Foundation has either got their hands in, has put money into, or flat out their offices.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, she can find targets for them, but she'll dig for, like, who Old Man Nelson is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we can definitely throw on hitting some of their places as we see fit.
Basically,
The more
gives us
money
a
they have to sink in recouping shit, the less money they can put in other shit.
Might be worth telling Bella then, too.
Yeah.
The Sombra, it wouldn't be able to be on images very well, so
No,
I suppose that's...
especially the more modern ones.
And
Well,
as soon as Rashad says that, Bo's eyes kind of go wide for a sec and then tries to hide it.
Okay.
Storyteller,
Yes.
does Old Man Nelson resemble the figure I saw in the vision?
No.
Okay.
You sure you're all right, Mr. Solomon?
Rashad, you and I will talk later.
Bo, I'm
No,
not.
come on, Bo.
I'm not going to ask you to relive any trauma. But know that when I found out you were in torpor, I did ask what happened. And Rashad told me what he perceived from it.
And I guess Rashad and I don't have to talk. I was going to ask if they knew.
Yes, we know. I can tell you right now, that was La Sombra tactics from the Sabbat. So whoever did this, you're looking for a La Sombra.
We're looking for a La Sombra.
We're looking for a La Sombra. Absolutely.
And when I say I'm fine, I'm sure you were concerned that I would go off the handle wanting to exact my revenge on my brother.
Or someone.
Or someone. There's a time and place for that.
Very good.
If you can show restraint when it comes to your brother, I certainly can with mine.
Oh, I waited 20 years. I'm still waiting.
I've waited about that long as well, but more just for general petty brother shit.
Trust me, I can show restraint until it is time to act. And I'm sure you can do the same.
I will not do anything rash. I will not put you in danger, do something out of turn.
That's why I wanted to make sure you were okay. And at least as far as the headspace went with that.
No, I'm not. But enough that
you can maintain yourself.
I wouldn't be here if I thought I was a liability.
I appreciate that. More than you know.
Everyone good with that? Speak now.
My only comment, I guess, is more of a question. Are you okay with a focus on the Sabbat?
Yes.
Like that side of the war first?
Yes, we are not prepared to handle my brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll get there.
Yep.
The news, we should alert you that we will be visited in a few hours to go and join Johnny's club, we'll say.
He is going to pick us up at 12:03 exactly, outside.
What's this now?
Everybody has been, well, not everybody, but certain people have been telling us that if Johnny invites us to go somewhere in his van, we need to go. They can't talk about it. So, Bo, I'm sure it's something like super fun and probably super illegal. Okay.
The idea of getting in a van with Johnny is not high on my list of things that sound fun, but I trust you,
He's actually a lot of fun. So I imagine it's going to be fun. And yeah, it's something nobody can talk about. So I'm like, okay.
If it
I swing in different circles. I know when you're not supposed to talk about shit.
It makes you feel better. It's referred to as a secret, Alicia. So, like, should be okay.
That
Even
could
if
mean
you are in a van.
That could mean like secret fight club. And unless I'm running a secret
or
fight club,
secret sex club.
You could watch. You don't have to participate. You could gamble on fights if that were the case.
No, me, that's dangerous proposition.
Exactly.
So either way, I figured I'd come prepared. And,
Clearly.
Yeah.
No offense.
I'm not offended. I know I look awesome.
Okay.
I feel like I look like a fool.
You look great, hon.
So yeah, I did miss a lot.
Well, and opportunities presented, and we had to jump on them as they came up, and it's unfortunate.
Phrasing.
Yeah, phrasing.
All right. Any idea when we should be expecting
12:03. 12:03 a.m.
What time is it now, storyteller?
It's getting there. I mean, you spent a bit of time with Teddy, so it's getting there.
So, but you're gonna look into the Nelsons for targets and shit, and we'll figure out methods for that. Rashad, anything about your cousin?
Nothing new. It is, I suppose, good. It means he hasn't gotten desperate enough to start forcing spirits into our world.
Yeah. And, Bo, Callum is unavailable tonight because he had to repay Mr. Villain. Did he tell you? Okay.
Yeah, I got a message from him.
Okay.
In case I woke up today.
Good.
Yeah,
Mr. Dillon hooked us up with those badges. I think one of his people or himself is probably a cobbler, makes IDs, because they were really good fakes. But yeah.
I knew it was important if he wasn't there when I woke up, so.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
He did seem to want to talk to you, though.
He did.
Yes, Rashawn.
We'll find time.
I would like to use premonition about tonight just to see if there's anything significant.
Okay, sure. Okay, go ahead. Let's
anything I need to know.
Let's premonition this. This will be fun.
I live to provide good, fun story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3
Must been
so
the point
far.
of willpower.
A 6. Nice. As your vision looks towards the threads of fate, possibilities, the potentials, your senses are immediately overwhelmed with a flood of music, emotion, pain, joy. But also, as you're doing it, all these emotions begin to fray at the edge, and something's pushing against you. And then suddenly, your vision snaps away and is gone. Not fades, snaps. As if something physically severed your connection to the threads of fate, the future, and potential ahead.
Never encountered that before.
Oh, God, no. Not this crew. I know of a kindred that has, but not this crew.
I attempted to get a glimpse of the future and...
You can't talk about Fight Club. You can't talk about Sex Club, so you're not going to know.
Also,
I mean,
someone...
maybe that means they have the Tremere.
Or something else.
An elder.
Let's hope not that.
Well, as I like to say, when getting over traumatic events, secret sex club sounds like the right remedy. So
That's what I'm talking about, Bo. Let's do it.
We're going to be demonetized by the end of this episode.
Threatened me to not invite you into a family.
fine,
gathering.
secret adult activities
Oh,
club.
we're going to still be demonetized. Don't worry.
So, well, it is about time. Ready to head out?
As ready as I will be.
Come on, girl. You look hot. Come on.
So as you guys go out, 12:03 on the dot, a van comes around the corner and screeches to the halt. Now, this is a big white van. It actually has free candy inside. Looks like it's been written with magic marker on the side of this white van. It's a windowless cargo van. And the door opened, and Johnny is right there in the doorway. It's 12:03. Who wants some candy? Hey! Come on. You know you want to get in.
Oh,
Come on, it's me.
Cat's
Come on.
already in. Cat's
I
already
will
in.
get in if you never say that to me again.
Maverick.
She smacks him on the ass as she walks by him.
Maverick. Get in, Maverick. Come on. It's your only chance.
God will get in.
Wynn takes a deep breath and then gets in.
Don't worry, Tiger. You'll get those claws dirty by the end of the night. And then when you get in, you notice that the back of the van that you've gotten in, you can't see out the front window. There's a partition between you and the driver.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, okay, they're in, drive. Johnny turns back and he kind of gets a serious look for him. Okay, I know this is how this is going to work. In a minute, you're going to be putting on those bags, and he points at bags on the floor to hide your head. You're going to put on those ear muffs so that you don't hear anything. When we get there, you're going to come out of the vehicle and you have to talk to somebody. They're going to explain the rules of the place, and you'll have the option to agree or disagree. If you disagree, you will get back in the van. You will be dropped off right back here, and you will never, ever be invited back. Now, serious part aside, if I'm a part of this, you know it's going to be fun.
That's what I told him.
You'll understand why I can't tell you what this is about until you get there. There's rules, and even I can't break the rules.
That's fair.
Who sets the rules?
You'll find that out too. I can't. Hey, trust me. Look, I don't have the golf clubs with me. That should tell you something. I don't even have my bat over there this time. This is just me in the back of the van.
I mean, to be honest, Johnny, I don't think you would need those.
Would you feel safer if you tied me up?
I mean, it can be arranged.
He's got a grin. He knows exactly what he just said.
Bo whispers to Rashad, I miss my torpor.
This is relatively normal compared to what I've experienced, actually.
Quinn just like looks at Rashad. It's just like, what have you experienced?
My family has a belief about what happens when you should turn. Imagine a cross between church and bachelor parties.
Oh, like sacrilegious orgies? Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be one of those things.
Some of our reputation is earned.
Yeah.
And it is
Okay,
For
well,
context, she's thinking back to Marcel and like what Marcel does.
Yeah.
it's time to put the bags on.
Okay. Cat and the headphones.
And he hands you the muffs, and everybody put them on. Yeah, you can't see shit. You can't hear shit. Nothing. Even with heightened senses, nothing.
Oh no, Bo has zero desire to enhance any sort of senses right now.
But the vehicle vibrates, so it is moving. It goes across a couple rough patches. You don't know where the hell that is. Maybe a dirt road. It's hard to tell. You might even cross the train track or 5. It could be just going in a circle for all you know. It's hard to tell. But finally, the vehicle comes to a stop. And you feel, I mean, it's easy to tell it's Johnny's hands because they're huge. They're like as big as, half your arm when he grabs you. And he escorts you out of the vehicle, still leaving the mask on. And then all at once, your masks and the earphones disappear. They're removed. And you feel them come off your head and hit the floor beside you. And you're in it's a circular room. A couple columns that look like they're fucking marble columns. You don't know what the fuck that is. But in the room, there's a settee lounge with a man who's reclined. He's got black hair. He's kind of thin. He's just reclined on it, watching you. He's wearing a tracksuit of all things, which is really odd. Beside him is a woman. She is wearing head to toe dress. I mean, it's all the way up to here, almost Victorian in nature. Looks very prudish. And she's just sitting there with her finger watching you. And the third seat isn't a throne, but it's a high-backed chair of some kind that's empty. And the man who's laying on the set there, he kind of sets up. Did you bring new victims tonight, Johnny? Aye. Very good. Let the induction begin. Right here, everybody. I'm going to go to break on you. We will see you in 10 minutes, please. Enjoy the break. Enjoy the music by Carlene because she's a doll for letting us use her stuff. And welcome back. Good thing y'all don't get to hear Zoom chat. That's private. Just saying. So before the break, Bo woke up. Boy, did he wake up in time. Had a real touching moment with Teddy, though, of course. And then the coterie got together and filled Bo in, and Bo kind of hinted at, didn't have to hint because, they already knew what he had seen. But then they had to go and see Johnny, who picked him up in a van that actually had free candy inside written in magic marker on the side of the place, which is, I'm sure, nothing bad about that, right? I'm sure. But he had them put on a mask or a bag on their head and earmuffs so they couldn't hear, and then took them out to somewhere. When the van opened, the door they were pulled out of it led to a room, had two individuals, one man who was lounging on a chaise, and the other, a woman wearing almost Victorian outfit all the way up to the neck, not showing an inch of flesh other than her face, not even her ankles. If you got a hint of ankles tonight, damn. Y'all might have to, take your hat off before you see the ankles. You got to respect the ankles. But as you're standing there, and Johnny had said that he was bringing new inductees, the man gets off the chase and slowly begins walking to you. Now, I know damn well this group is about to unleash all kinds of shit because they want to see what they're dealing with in this room. So what powers is everybody breaking out? Just let's get it going. Let's do it.
Do we want to go in order since everyone's doing something?
We'll start with Kat. Kat, what are you breaking out?
Immediately sense the beast, and then I'm going to do a mundane check to get check and see if anyone's breathing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to blood surge that. I'm also going to do my power bonus.
Okay. And that's on your sense the beast first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Once it decides it's going to calculate, it seems like it's laggy tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
They probably got cloud strike on the back end.
Yeah. And then I'm going to willpower.
Okay.
Wow, that was horrible. Okay, so I didn't get shit on Sense the Beast.
They're not hostile.
That obviously, not like I'd know. I only got 2. Okay, so then I'm going to quickly check a.
Now, I will say, one thing you can detect, not just whether they're hostile, but is whether the person is prepared to do harm or even determined to cause it.
Mm-hmm.
These two individuals, you can feel it. They are prepared to do harm if needed. It's not hostility.
Understood.
It's pragmatism.
Understood. Okay, I did get a little bit hungrier from that blood surge.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do a wits medicine roll.
To see if they're breathing?
To see if they're breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Accidentally grabbed.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Wow, my rolls are garbage tonight. Gonna try another reroll.
Yeah, I got 2. 3. Both of them obviously appear to be breathing.
Okay.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Okay, so Gwen is going to use the Ministry of Clan Merit to tell surface level desires. I think I can only use it on one person.
Yeah. Who do you wish to use it on? The man who's approaching you or the woman?
The woman.
Something odd about this woman. You're getting conflicting things. One desire that's surface, they wish to feed, to be fed. And the other desire you're getting at the same time, to serve. You're not sure what that means.
Okay. The other thing I want to do is just a general like wits awareness to see if she can determine anything else.
Okay.
And I will surge that wits.
Go ahead. I like to give everyone this time, stuff the chance to figure out what they're doing. Twitch may not be using Cloud Strike, but I'm sure, Fantasy Grounds must be using it because it's laggy tonight.
And I will re-roll that.
4? Okay, 4 so far with a Blood Surge. Wow, nobody is rolling well tonight. The Cloud Strike has broken everybody's rolls. 6? On Wits Awareness? This room is well trafficked. The chase is well used. Even the chair that is empty appears, there's a lot of scuffs and marks on it. It is not new, it's old. It doesn't appear that the columns were moved here. There's no scuffs on the floor from moving columns. Those columns are always there.
Does the room itself look kind of old or like aged, or is it just...
It is aged.
Okay.
It's well maintained, but because of the circular nature with the pillars, there's dust in places that you can't get to after a bit of time. Rashad, what are you doing?
Can I do one more thing? Sorry.
Sure, go ahead. What else?
Based on that, I kind of want to see like how old this room is, like how old this, like, she can't see the whole building, but like how old the building would appear to be based on this room.
I wouldn't even begin to tell you how you could get that.
The stone.
Off your wits awareness?
The architecture.
Based off your wits awareness?
I can also do an academics.
Maybe a decade it's been here?
Okay. So not like some ancient cult thing that's been buried.
No.
Okay.
No. Not that old. Good thought. I know where you were going with it. No. Rashad, what are you going with?
I would like to sense the unseen on the chair and then ascribe the soul on the woman.
Okay. Sense the unseen on the chair. Go ahead. That is a resolve all specs. This will be interesting.
9 dice total.
Three.
Goodness,
Wow. That's 3 on a lot of damn dice, too.
Luck is not working for me.
You got 4. The whole room is magical in some way. The room is flooded with magic. Inundated. Not blood magic either.
Well, I recognize any oblivion in this.
There are hints of oblivion in places. But roll your other one first. I need you to have your Scry the Soul, because that's going to tie into this as well here in a second.
Hey, for me, aren't I so fortunate?
Let's see what you get on your Scry the Soul. We're blaming Callum for the roll so bad. Got it.
We miss him.
Dear God. 10 dice, and you got 2 successes. Wow. 2. Okay, I will tell you, Ascribe the Soul. The woman has 2 souls right now. There is a hazy outline around her that you can see with Sense the Unseen. It is not a single, there is 2 souls in that body at the moment. That's all I'll tell you.
Would Rashad know what that means?
I don't know, would you?
I want to make an occult roll to see if he's heard of it. I don't want to do too much.
Go ahead and do an occult roll. Let's see.
Well,
And then,
I will still keep the blood surge, correct?
Yeah.
For intelligence.
it lasts for the rest of the scene. Bo, you got something you're going to be doing, or you just...
Bo will heighten his sense of sight and touch, and wishing he could turn off his sense of smell and hearing. Otherwise, I don't think here, but once he's further into this place, I'll want to make an iconography roll.
4? Okay, Rashad. If you're suspecting that this is a possessed body, you're on the right track. It's nice to meet you all. You may call me the Muse. This is also the Muse, and if she were here, she would be the Muse as well, but she's in other duties tonight. Her chair lies empty. Johnny has spoken for you. It says a lot. So you wish to join our merry band, our party, as it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here's how this works. I'm sure you understand the difficulties of something like this, of keeping it secret, preventing everyone from knowing. It can't be elite if everyone knows what goes on. Now, a lot of people know it exists. But once you agree to this, you will never be able to discuss with anyone who has not been here the events you see. That is rule number 1. Rule number 1. You will never be able to discuss what happens here with someone who has not been here and you have not seen here. 1. Rule number 2. Violence that is not asked for is not allowed. I'm sure you understand what I mean by not asked for. There are certain people here who enjoy a bit of violent play, a little bit of violence received, some give. But unasked for violence is not allowed. If rule number 2 is broken, you will pay the price. And you will pay a heavy price. You will inflict the price upon yourself. For your beast will uphold that rule. Let's see. Rule number 3. You won't tell no one how to get here. You will tell no one where it's located. Now, the actual party moves constantly. Party is only active in the second half of each month. You will find out where the new one is each time it moves, but you will be able to tell no one of the events and where it is. That is rule 3. Do you have any questions? Feel free to ask. Now, I can only reveal those things which won't be a problem if you decide you do not wish to join us. But
Cost of admission. Cost of admission.
That is the cost. The rules are the cost. You see, I believe in pushing your boundaries. The Muse, she likes to sample the different flavors that happen here. So you're aware, well, I will always be this. She will be different every time. She picks a new host from the partygoers. It is all consensual. Who wishes to experience both sides of this equation, you see. So each half of the month, she is somebody different. But you'll always be able to tell her, don't worry. You'll know. The other muse, don't worry about her right now. She is busy. We'll introduce you to her when she shows up.
Will she show up tonight?
Oh, I don't know. She does her own thing. For her, she likes to study the effects of everything going on here. She is more of a muse of science, you could call her. She likes to know the effects of what I'm doing, what she's doing. Doesn't matter to me. All I know is to push the boundaries, to break you free of your chains. That's the important part, right?
What exactly are you doing?
We are partying. We are having fun. We are offering every experience we can. If you wish to experience any of the baser pleasures, we have that going on at these parties. We have experience in pain, joy, pleasure, drugs, alcohol, just about almost anything you can imagine, as long as consent is followed. And that is very important here. Because we found that when you force others, it taints the experience, it taints the emotion, it taints well, it just adds more chains that I'm trying to remove.
And what exactly is she studying about that?
Oh, I don't fucking know. She is so droll sometimes. She is one of the muses and helps make sure this is all possible. But she don't tell the likes of me. I am, you might say, I'd be ecstatic if she told me. I kind of like that pun. That works well for me.
All kindred equal here and before the rules.
Everyone follows the rules. Kindred, vampires, as you avoid calling, awakened, lupine, the restless dead, the quick, the fey, all follow the rules in this place. All.
I'm down.
Surveillance forbidden?
Why, yes, it is. You will find it is very difficult to use powers that involve remote sight, remote viewing in this place. It is not impossible. Because where would that be fun? Where would that be if we didn't allow it at all? But you have to work for it as part of the experience. That is a gift of our muse who is absent. That is what she helps do.
Agree to your rules.
Oh, it's not as simple as that. If you agree to the rules, repeat after me. I submit to the rules of this house. And by the laws of Charon, are they bound to me?
I submit to the rules of this house and by the laws of Charon. What was it again?
They are bound to me.
They are bound to me.
Will repeats
I'll
after him.
repeat the sentence.
Gwen will say it last.
And as each of you say it, you feel it. When you say the last part and you finish it, it reverberates. Not just in the room, in you, your beast. You feel it settle into your beast, into you as a person, into your soul itself. And the woman, the other muse, the one that is of two souls, Rashad, as she's watching, you see her eyes flick from black to red to black to red as each of you do it. And for the first time she speaks, the contract is written. The contract is bound. Good, good, good. Very well. Johnny, please return them to the truck. Don't tell me it's a van, it's a truck. Return them to your truck. Deliver them to the floor for their presentation. I will be there shortly. Johnny's like, aye. Back in. Come on. Come on.
We follow.
This time you're not told to put them on. Just, it says get in the van.
Yeah, because we can't talk to anybody.
Hey, you did good. You did good. So what'd you think? What'd you think? It's kind of fun? Hey, now you're part of the elite group.
Hey.
Now you know why I couldn't tell you about this, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know why now nobody else could tell you about this. If you try, it gets painful. You keep trying, it gets more painful. Eventually, the beast takes over and you don't say shit. You just frenzy.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know how they do it. Some mojo shit, you know? And I'm like, hey, you know, it's a party. I get my freak on. I don't care.
Tell you. That'd be better not to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know. It's some ghost shit, some magic shit. That's not my thing. I just wanted to party. And you won't believe who told me about this place.
Who?
Now that you've, in the know, I can tell you who told me about it.
Who?
Tanya.
Why does that not surprise me in the slightest?
Oh, you don't know she's a freak?
Oh, I totally pegged her for a freak.
Tied up in the streets. A freak in the sheets. Come on. But don't worry. And you feel the van's moving. It's driving somewhere. Y'all get ready. Then you feel the music. You can feel it through the van. The whole van is vibrating with music. Oh, y'all in for it. You're being presented tonight.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Right about now. Yep. You can feel it. And then the whole van is moving like it's not on solid ground anymore. Yeah, this is fun. I'm going to go out first and then y'all just come on out behind me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a few more minutes as the van settles. Then there's a thump. You can feel it through the whole van as it touches the floor. And the music, you can feel it through the van. The van's not soundproof. There is a techno beat going that's hitting hard. And then Johnny throws the doors open and you see him step out. And as he steps out, he tears his shirt off. And then grabs his pants and ripped those off too. And he's standing there in a Speedos. Now, no one looks good in Speedos. No one.
No one.
But Johnny doesn't care.
No.
And you hear shouts of Johnny in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the lights get pointed at the front of the van. And Johnny goes, fresh meat! And steps out of the way.
I'm going to have the leopard print scarred into my retinas forever.
Oh, and he's doing that strut, that bounce, and it leaves nothing to, I don't want to get this band here, but in the banana hammock, the bounce.
Nothing to the imagination.
Yeah, the bounce is on, okay?
And Kat, looking at the other, she says, well, let's do this. And she gets up and walks out.
Wynn stays very close to Bo.
And as you step
God
out,
follows behind.
as people step out, there is a mass of bodies. There has to be 500-600 people in this place. It's huge. It looks like it may be a warehouse. You don't fucking know. You can't see the ceiling clearly. You were clearly lowered down from it because you can see the platform that this van is on that was lowered by chains from the ceiling. There's cages hung with men, women, multiples of the two, all in one cage, dancing in them. As you're standing there, a man comes swooping by, and I say swooping by because he is hooked. He's chained hanging from chains he's chained hanging from the ceiling as he swoops by the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
There is every bit of kink and fetish on display right here.
I was going to whisper to Gwen, obviously you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but don't look so timid. Walking with a strut will be your best mask.
I mean, anything can be a mask if you do it right. Depends on what you're trying to be.
I think you'll get more attention being timid than not. Unless that's what you're going for.
And you
Consider
totally
an
saw a
experiment.
cat do a complete fucking strut out of the
Yeah.
van.
It's like, let's consider it an experiment. Maybe
All right.
we'll get that muse of science out.
Just give me credit for knowing, at least when you left the van, the real and the fake timid.
Where do you do him, Rashad?
Rashad isn't as showy as the other two, but he's very much very comfortable with this. Actually, for the first time, y'all see he's smiling and his fangs are on display as he's kind of looking around at the people. This is much more calm than I expected, to be honest. He's following behind Cat.
And there are ghosts flitting about the place. This is a smorgasbord of emotions. This is a feeding frenzy for race. Kat, Johnny spins to you, puts his hand out. Want the tour?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, come on, honey. And he grabs you and throws you over his shoulder and literally just starts running through the crowd with you over his shoulder.
She's actually going to pivot herself. She's going to do like a bit of a pivot and end up sitting on his shoulders.
Okay, you're going to ride on his shoulder. How can I put this politely?
He's her chariot.
Wait a minute. Are you facing the same direction as him? I'm trying to put this politely here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You know
okay.
Maybe at first, and then as soon as he opens his mouth to say something smart, I'm going to do it the other
You're
way.
going to flip. Okay, cool. That's as far as we'll go for that. And you lose Kat. Kat is gone.
She is gone. She is having herself.
This crowd has everything from nudity to, I mean, there's, you see a few furries in there. There's definitely some personas in the group. There is, when I say everything under the sun that you can possibly think of that involves consenting people, it is going on in this place. It is insane. Gwen, as you're moving, trying to not be timid, but you're sticking near Bo, a man comes out of the crowd wearing nothing but roses. Man you recognize. Gwen!
Being showy much?
A flower is only as good as its petals.
Be careful of those thorns.
Oh, I have it on good authority by a number of the women around here, and a few of the men, that they like my thorn.
This is Dre, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, just making sure, because it was giving Toreador vibes with all the roses. I was like, maybe not. Then the question is, are they real flowers or fake?
If you want to know the answer to that, you're going to have to come closer.
Gwen will go.
And he grabs you in his arms and pulls you close. Yeah, those roses aren't real. But his nudity under them is. There is nothing but roses that are an illusion. The rest is Dre.
She tries to like imperceptibly like stiffen, but probably noticeable to people. But she tries to keep it hidden. She's like, okay, those are fake. And she'll try and step back.
And then he looks at you. But the thorn is not, is it?
No, no, it's not.
Mr. Solomon, you gonna come give me a hug too? You want to find out? I'm equal opportunity. Come on.
Yeah, I don't want a little prick.
Well, don't worry. Keep wandering around here. I'm sure you'll find much bigger.
More my speed.
Go into that back room. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, we're getting demonetized by the end of this.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Trying not to go too deep. Looking around the place, Kat, your trip around the place does see Bella is hanging off of one of the cages by her feet. She's fully clothed in tight leathers.
Yeah.
But while people are dancing, she is hanging upside down by her feet, just watching the crowd as like a demonstration that she can just hang there.
Cat,
with just feet.
Cat just blows a kiss to her.
Anyone y'all looking for in particular out in the crowd? Any of the group?
I think Bo, and it's up to Gwen if she follows, might go to like, if there's like a bar, just it's going to find a seat. Like,
there's places to sit. There's alcohol.
He doesn't want to be right in the middle, but he doesn't want to be like slinking in a corner either, and just kind of vampire watching.
There's cocaine being done off of various people. There's all kinds of substances.
And if there's anyone that seems interesting, I'll use kindred iconography. But again, it's more just, I'm not looking for anyone or anything in particular, but just kind of whatever catches my eye.
Yeah, Gwen was probably going to do the same thing, get a drink, but she's going to like make sure we sit somewhere that has a really good vantage point.
How are you going to get rid of Dre?
Oh, is he coming with?
Oh, he's stuck with you now.
He can come.
That's his hope.
Phrasing.
There should be a counter for how many times we say phrasing the rest of the night.
But Rashad is going to find a glass. Then he is either looking for any cousins or other members of his family, and then he's going to wherever the wraiths are.
Okay. As you're wandering around, Rashad, I'll come back to everybody here. We're going to go around the group here at various points. Rashad, you're going to, the wraiths are moving around the whole place. They are definitely sampling the emotions because they feed off this. And this right here, given all the various things happening that the whole gambit of emotions are being felt, they're getting well fed. But you feel somebody tap you on your shoulder.
Yes.
When you turn to look, a woman you haven't seen in a little while, right behind you, blonde and beautiful as always, unnaturally so. Becky is standing behind you. Mr. Giovanni, so nice to see you here. Care to dance?
Of course.
And she leads you out to the floor. This is the one place where... Don't worry. I will cause no problems.
I don't know if you could.
You know, Mr. Giovanni. Can I call you Rashad? I feel we should be on a first name basis.
You may.
Rashad, there are a few things in the world that scare me anymore. Hideo is one of them, I will admit. The muses are the other. But dear God, have you ever seen such a place of debauchery as this? It's magnificent, it's glorious, it's beautiful, and the purity of it all.
It is impressive. I have not seen so much death, so much unlife since my embrace.
I did not expect to see you all here, but just for one night, just for tonight, we will dance and we will party. You and I.
Oh, see no reason Not to mix business and pleasure.
And she is not a sedate dancer. She is very risque. Her clothes begin to tatter at various points. It is clear that she has a plan that by the end of the night, there will be no clothes. She's just doing it in measured pacing.
Rashad will allow her to dance, but he will very clearly take control over both the tempo and the direction. And she's free to show off as much as she likes.
And she lets you. Now, I'm going to let the rest of the group know. You all see Rashad, you catch glimpses of him dancing with Becky, of all people. A cat.
Wynn just like makes a look over at Bo.
Wasn't on my bingo card.
That can't go bad at all.
Nah, it'll be fine. Isn't that what Rashad always says? It'll be fine.
Cat, Johnny takes you back to some of the more leathery type rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to leave it at that. He drags you back to places where people, chips, dips, chains, and whips go on.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of rawhide.
Yeah, a lot of rawhide.
A lot of rawhide. Mm-hmm.
Bite down sticks, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he is not a bottom.
Neither is she.
Yep. Gwen, Dre is wanting to get you on the dance floor for most of the night.
Does she see anything like interesting anywhere? Like, I'm trying to think of how to define interesting in this scenario.
Everywhere you look, there's something interesting going
Exactly.
on.
I'm trying.
Now, what are you type of looking for?
That's all I was trying to figure out how to describe.
Did you have
it.
any thoughts of? You're not trying to look for anyone to blackmail, correct?
Because better than that.
Because the moment you even think that word, you feel your beast tighten up.
Maybe like people you wouldn't expect talking or interacting to be talking.
Something that would be curious. Like something unexpected. That you would never think you'd see in a million years.
Well,
outside, yeah.
There is a group of, they look like they're high-class ladies. I mean, judging by their outfit and the jewelry they're wearing. But they are talking with a group of guys that, to put it politely, they look like they're homeless. Dirty, raggedy, clothes falling apart. But they are intensely interested in what these 4 or 5 guys in that corner have to say. And are very interested in where they're putting their hands. God, it's so hard to try to be polite about this and not get too banned.
Is it clear that it's just carnal in nature, or is there something else going on?
It's carnal.
Okay. If she can't see anything like, I don't know, I want to say like a unicorn, like that type of thing, just like something that you would never think she'd see. She'll go dance with Dre if she can't find anything.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you see all kinds of weird shit that make no sense. I mean, I can't go into all the crazy shit going on because, for reasons.
Here's what we'll do is she doesn't see anything, so she'll ask Dre to give her a tour.
Oh, dear God. Okay, so your tour, well, you do stumble upon Kat and Johnny.
And it's obvious that neither of them are bottoms.
Yeah. There's a mallard duck comes into play like earlier I said. This is tough, people. Just so viewers out there, it's tough to describe without getting banned instantly. We don't want to get kicked right off Twitch for adult content, but it's a freak show here. And I don't mean a bad freak show. I mean freaky deaky show. there is everything you can imagine going on. I can't say of anything in particular that stands out because the moment you see something that looks just totally unexpected, you see something else that's totally unexpected. And
Okay,
then
so her
you'll
mind's
see,
just blown.
yeah, you'll see something else. At one point, there is somebody that you think might be a lupine. In one of the corners, they kind of looked like what Vladimir looked like when he whooped that creature's ass.
I'm listening.
There's a giant, hairy, muscular, scary-looking creature that doesn't seem to be causing people to run in fear, but does seem to have a lot of people running their hands over his muscles.
Gwen, this is like in the floor. Gwen will like raise her hand to try and get Bo's attention because I imagine Bo's maybe somewhat keeping an eye on what they're up to, just because curiosity. And she'll like point over to where the lupine is if he hasn't seen him yet to let him know.
That just kind of.
I will say Gwen's also that I guess the two main things Gwen's keeping an eye out for is I think she's really curious about other like magical species or like things. And then I also think that she is curious about the science muse.
You see nothing with the science muse. Bo, there's Kindred iconography everywhere. Spray painted on places, carved into places. There seems to be people love carving shit into everything.
Once Gwen's gone, Bo's going to keep his eye out for Lasombra iconography.
There's like iconography, not just Kindred. There's a lot of stuff you don't recognize. You don't know where it comes from. It's all new. It's all fresh. If this party moves at all, apparently the first thing everyone starts doing the first night of the party is carving shit everywhere. You even saw Kilroy was here carved into something at one point.
Bo doesn't expect this to be fruitful, but he's going to keep an eye out for anyone that bears a more than striking resemblance to the man in the vision.
Okay. I'll keep that under advisement as everyone is circulating this party where the crazy shit. Gwen, Dre, as he's taking you around the place, he's asking you what you're into. Do you like a taste of alcohol in the blood? You like some something a little upper like that? You want some? You ever had cocaine? You got a taste for cocaine?
So as I'm sure you could tell, I haven't really done much of this myself. I've seen it before, of course. Ministry. And I know of but I guess the point of this is to experience new things. So
experience new things. Okay, then hang on a second. We've got to go. Not that room. No, fuck. Where'd they put it tonight? Oh yeah, over there into that corner. Trust me on this.
She looks to see like how mischievous is he being with his trust, or is
His
it actually
eyes are
like
twinkling.
trust me?
His eyes are twinkling, and all the roses that he's been wearing that you know are not real, they're actually like flapping and like moving like there's wind going that direction.
Is it like, so obviously he's being mischievous, but is it like, I won't let anything happen to you still?
Maybe. Now, you've been told the rules of this place do involve consent.
Okay. She'll once again take a deep breath and then go.
Takes you over to a corner. And there is several vials. There's a guy sitting with vials lined up in front of him of different colors with powders of different colors in them. Hey, Doug, yeah, Doug. Fresh meat. Doug looks over and he smiles. Fresh meat. The pink tonight then. And he holds the vial of pink dust at you.
Has Bo already disappeared?
Bo's staying there. He's just keeping an eye out.
Okay, I didn't know if he went to go see the lupine.
No.
Bo's quite a
okay.
bit away from you. You're not near Bo anymore. It's just you with this pink.
Okay, but so he can't see her at all?
Nope.
What are we going to do after this?
Whatever you want, trust me. Just take a little bit. Snort it. It's like cocaine. Don't worry, it affects us too.
Okay, she'll do a little bit.
The room begins to undulate. The whole room is undulating to the beat. And it feels real good. Like, real good. You almost feel alive again.
Why is it always my characters that get this? Isabella was almost addicted to this.
And this is nothing like you've ever seen before. And then Dre looks at you. We got to move. We can't hang around Doug that much. He's fine with me. I don't cause problems, but he don't know you yet. And not until you're really in the good grip of that shit. Then you're free to hang out with him. I'm sure he'll like you at that point. Right now,
So when I'm
you drag him
addicted?
down. You don't know what he is? You not met
No?
Doug's Fae.
Oh.
He's a fairy. Changeling.
Oh.
One of those.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then the room is still, I mean, it's moving more and more. You see the music.
So wait, when can I hang out more with him?
Another snort of that, probably.
Fuck it, Gwen will do it.
Okay.
Gwen's curiosity won out.
Ooh. Yeah, this is Faye. This is Faye shit going on here. You are
It's like fucking licking acid. Okay.
yeah.
Gwen's eyes get wide.
The room is moving, you're moving, everything is moving. Everything is interesting. There's colors and fades and I mean, you feel everything feels alive. It is literally you're pure hallucinating. Much like if a kindred drinks Fae blood. Not quite as strong as that because you go on a serious trip if you do that. But it's pretty fucked up.
I will say, I imagine like Gwen is probably like holding on to Dre tightly so she feels like stable.
He's there.
And doesn't get lost.
He's there. But yeah, his skin it ripples and shapes. I mean, every time you touch him, it like spreads out ripples that spread through his whole body. It's the weirdest thing.
Gwen's just not going to think about it.
You're just going to continue party. Okay, Rashad,
Gwen's
how
just
long
not
do
gonna
you
think
dance
about
with
it.
Becky tonight?
For as long as she's interested.
So all night. At some point, Becky tries to pull you off the dance floor to a, as she puts it, a little more secluded place.
He will pull back, not to resist, but to control the speed that they're moving.
It's been a while since I've had the fun of a bite from one of you.
It's bold to assume you can handle it.
Let's go and find out. Ooh. Pick a table.
Is this area one floor, or is there like an elevated
This place is
section?
huge. It is a sprawling. You still don't know where it is. I'll put it like that. It is a sprawling complex. You haven't found exits yet. There may be some.
He will point to a table or like booth that would be up and overlooking something.
She goes and lays on the table and just lays her neck back and grins at you.
Ask.
Ask. Oh, you naughty boy. Bite me, Rashad. Leave me.
Rashad will bite but not drink from. Was that her upper thigh?
What?
Her thigh. He'll bite but not drink from her thigh.
Okay. And we're going to end that scene right there. We're good right with that scene. Kat, we don't need to go into what you and Johnny are doing.
Oh, no, at this point, I think Kat, Johnny, and Bella are doing a 3 thing. So,
Among other people.
among other people, yes.
Yeah. I think this, Bo, you're just observing. Are you going to move in on the lupine? Otherwise, we need to fade to black because we've done this long enough.
No. Like I said, Bo appreciates the nod, but his focus has shifted. Like, his kind of split between, like, if he sees Gwen, he will check to see how she's doing. Otherwise, like, he's keeping his, like, it just all day. It's just been gnawing at her all night. I
You've
guess
seen
gnawing
Gwen
the toe.
smile, but I don't think you've seen her with the Joker smile. She is locked in a rictus of grins, eyes as big as saucers. Just
This is probably like the closest you've ever seen her to like happy.
Then Bo won't intervene. He just wants to make sure that she will still be in a position to give consent. Otherwise, he's keeping his eye out for this man.
and it's clear that
Not expecting it, but that's
Dre is partying with her, but it is clear he's respecting boundaries with her, even if she's that messed up.
okay.
They didn't arrange limits beforehand, so he can't. The rules bind him, as it does everybody here.
Right.
And we're going to end this scene right here. The night passes with a lot of fun. But the next day, I will have the coterie gather after the events, too. I think everyone saw Rashad at some point. As the coterie gathers to talk about not the events, because you can talk about the events because you all know you were all there, but the muses themselves, I think, are an interesting concept, too.
I don't want to know anything that you did. Please, for me.
I don't talk about those things.
Wonderful.
At least you didn't see them.
I'm sorry.
She looked like she was having fun.
I was having a grand time.
I'm glad.
Do not sound like you enjoyed yourself, Mr. Solomon.
I had to ease myself into it. Having just woken up from a long nap, didn't feel appropriate to dive head first into the festivities.
That's fair, but at least now you can go back when you feel up to it.
Right.
If you do.
Now what?
Not entirely sure how, but Wraiths were oddly powerful. They I'd heard rumors of truly strong ones, but not with that level of magic. It was interesting. I'd be able to reach out to them to help us in our fight.
Well, that's your area, so.
But hey, at least we met some mages, right? That may be helpful.
And some changelings?
Oh, did you? Awesome.
Is that why you were looking so happy?
Apparently, fairy dust is real.
Is that a euphemism? Yeah, I was saying, that's not
I've
a
heard
euphemism.
that shit gets us so high. Like, so high. Like, don't drink one because you go on.
I'm sorry. I'm just sorry Callum missed out.
Yeah, me too. I think he would have had fun in spite of himself, maybe.
Well, after hearing what he did these last couple, last week and a
Maybe.
half, sounds like a whole new person.
Maybe.
So if we're focused, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wonder if you can if there's you can buy drugs there and take them out.
Yeah, you don't know where the fairy dust went, but you don't have it with you now.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, no, because that wasn't her intention. But she wonders if that could be a thing in the future.
It might only be available there.
I don't know. I was just
Doesn't
curious.
hurt to ask. Because, who knows what the rule is on that. And I doubt it's part of the house rule. It's probably on whoever's supplying.
God, is it worth bringing up your rendezvous last night, or do you want us to leave that be?
Do not mind if you would like to discuss it. I won't go into details.
I don't want details.
Sorry, I was a little
Is it,
busy. What'd you get up to?
Well, the Sabat were in attendance, specifically Miss Becky. She has certain proclivities that were quite interesting.
He was one metal detector away from a full cavity search.
And that's legit. A cat just dying laughing.
No, with Becky. Sorry, with Becky.
Is it just a one-time thing? Or is this going to be a regular occurrence at those events?
No,
I mean, we are going back, I'm guessing.
Oh, I
It's probably I don't know,
certainly am.
Is it every night in the second half of the month? Wow.
Yeah, Johnny did tell me that.
You, by the way, I'll tell you, you don't know the address. You know how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how you know how to get there, but you know how to get there
Mm-hmm.
if you wish to return.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know it. Since I'm not on call right now, I know what I'm doing.
you are worried about my ability to fight her, I assure you.
Oh, no.
It's not changed.
I'm not worried about that at all. I just... What do they say about fraternizing with the enemy? I just want to make sure it doesn't go too far, I guess. But you're a big boy. You can make your own adult decisions.
No, I just find it funny.
You can... How so?
That she honed in on you, of all.
I'm sure she had her reasons.
I mean, Rashad is a handsome man.
Oh, of course. But
I say this objectively, Rashad. I'm not, coming on you. Doesn't surprise me.
was she submissive?
I don't answer. Please do not answer that question.
Plug
Bo,
your
think
ears
war
then, Bo. The
tactics.
grown-ups are talking.
Don't look so timid.
My question stands.
In some ways, it was more of a exchange of equals.
Yeah, I had one of those with Bella and Johnny. That was fun.
Please don't tell me what was exchanged.
Did
I was able to bite her, which was interesting.
did any of you drink from anybody?
No. At least not
Did you?
other vampires.
Did you?
I feel like Gwen might have as a curiosity thing, not like as a sex thing, because that on fairy dust.
Was it worth it?
She shrugs. I don't know. It's better than other ways to drink someone.
Kat looks at Gwen and says, "Did you have fun?"
Yeah, I did.
Good. She looks at Rashad. Oh, we lost Bo.
Oh no. Oh, skimmer's off. You coming? You still there, Bo?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what the hell happened.
Your
Sorry.
camera switched off.
Yeah. Well, let him get it fixed. Figure out if we can get it back on. Give him a second. Oh, noes.
Oh, there.
That's drink.
There he is.
I need to hit the button.
Kind of coming back. There he is. He's a black box.
The layout's right now.
There he is. Welcome back.
There we
Bo.
go.
Okay, so she looks at Rashad and says, "Did you have fun?"
But it wasn't the same as other parties, but it was exciting.
Good. Bo, did you happen to have some semblance of fun?
It was a good distraction.
Good.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
And
Why do you think I round in those circles? Okay? It gets you out of your fucking head.
it's
I don't think escapism is the best way to cope.
I'm not going to say I do it all the time.
this has all happened in one night, and it just was overwhelming.
I meant more of a
Really?
long-term thing, like every once in a while, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Take some time,
a
Bo.
lot.
Do you need anything from us?
The distraction.
I mean, we could go back.
No, that's fine. I really, a couple days, I will be rip roaring, ready to go. But
Maybe if you do fairy dust, it'll be like what those trips are everyone talks about, like every kind talks about, where it opens up their mind. Maybe it'll help you process things.
my fear is it will make me single-minded and focused on things you all don't want me focused on in the short term, and I certainly don't want to be focused on in the short term.
Well, whatever you do, we're here for you, and we'll make
I know.
sure you're okay.
I could have easily just not shown up tonight.
That's true.
If that says anything.
But do let us know if you need anything.
I will. I promise.
Do we want to discuss business or continue recounting the fun night?
I figured next steps, business wise, is I'll give you a list of like maybe 3 or 4 reasonable targets, and we can pick and figure out what we want to do. I mean, I can make an executive decision, but I figured people might want to have input.
I think if you identify some notable places that then we can discuss as a group, but I trust your judgment on said noted places.
I agree. Having targets at minimum. I do not mind going after their mortal interests, but at some point we are going to have to fight with them. There's a point where humans become relatively expendable. So, who do we want to turn our sights to?
I mean, we can turn our sights to the family themselves, too. We don't have to just do their business interests. We could do homes, vacation homes. Theoretically, we could investigate where they are themselves and keep an eye on them once we find them. But the only way to find them is get more information.
Do you have any of those pictures again of, do you still have of Old Man Nelson?
Yeah, I imagine Gwen probably keeps a picture on her phone.
Oh, I'm sure.
Honestly, yeah.
Could I see it? I'd like to use kindred iconography.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your streetwise. Was it which streetwise or intelligence streetwise? I think it is for it.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 dice on streetwise
You gain
roll.
3 dice on relevant streetwise rolls when looking for stuff. So
with streetwise, you said?
Go intelligence streetwise because you're looking at a picture for it, and then you get 3 bonus dice.
Intelligence, you said, not wits?
Yeah, intelligence for this one because you're staring at a picture, not trying to pick them up off the street. Five. Looking closely, you don't see any kindred iconography, but since you're really looking close on it, there is something off about the picture. Something's not right. The coloration is definitely off for the picture. You don't know what it is, but you're pretty sure his skin tone isn't even close to that color.
When you know a lot about image manipulation, right?
A bit.
I'll start kind of pointing out what I'm seeing.
And Gwen will see if it's anything that she recognizes. Is that all it is what you put in chat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, his skin, it's just not human flesh.
Those ears, though.
So does that mean anything to you, Kat or Rashad? You've been, I mean,
well, of course, if he's a vampire, he's going to look dead.
Yeah, but it's not that color either, Kat.
Is it?
I'm looking at the ears.
Pointy?
And she's been around a number of Nos.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Nos.
Oh, Gwen's mind went to changeling.
Are any of these photos during the day?
No, none of them.
Okay, no, he's vampire. He's a Nos.
Choices would be to fight with a Nosferatu. Which, once this war is over, could become a problem.
That would explain why they're siding with the Sabbat, though.
We don't know why, though. Why he's afraid with them, what his arrangement is, why it benefits him. I mean, Maybe it's time to send another signal for a visit. Maybe he knows more.
Yeah, let's show him the picture and say, who the fuck is this?
Okay.
I think in the meantime, we still look for those, and depending on what you come up with, Gwen, if making a strike is more time sensitive or prudent, we do that and then meet with him. Otherwise, we meet with him and then strike,
Whatever works out
Storyteller.
time-wise.
Yes.
I have not seen anything of different with my cousin during my watching or surveillance, have I?
All the watching that's going on, you haven't seen him come out of that building in a while.
I am also going to let you know that my cousin has not been seen in a while. Like,
I will tell you,
he's
Rashad, the
dead.
building's open. People come and go. He doesn't.
He could be gone.
Or he's
Or he
hiding
could be-
inside. What is he afraid of?
He could know he's being watched.
True.
Have you checked for spirits that would alert him to you looking?
I haven't encountered any wraiths, have I?
You can
I don't-
assume he's got people watching, though. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's possible he's aware that you're watching it, and he's baiting you to come in and get him.
It's possible, but it's unusual. Mr. Bot would want to use his abilities. Don't know why he would hide in a building.
Maybe there's a connection. So, like how we have a connection to the sewer, maybe he's got something and he's not even there. Maybe he arranged for passage.
It's a good question.
Possible. Might have entered the Shadowlands. Could I have attempted to use or the check the shroud? Or if not, then I will do
check
so.
the shroud to see how
after.
thin it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, around his place, shroud is in tatters. Come on, it's his mere existence. He's been there long enough that the plants outside are dead. Just by him there.
Possible. It's possible he's been going into the Shadowlands, so if he's that much more powerful than I am, could be a bigger problem. And need the Sabbat to stand against us.
What would he gain from that?
They truly did, or like us, they need things, want things. If my hunch is correct, the compulsion placed on us was at least partially their power. Don't know what they'd give him if he could go there to them.
So he could bring them things like cigarettes, for example. Anything they wanted.
Indeed.
You can get anyone on your side if it's as tough as we were told.
Also means once he dies, my position would become more powerful.
You know your kin better than anyone here. And what you don't know, you may have connections to find out. Use them. In the meantime, we all, and Bo, please get this word to Callum as well when you two connect again. We all need to focus on making sure any people we don't want caught in a crossfire are protected. Because I'm going to tell you, after 3 financial hits and relatively massive personnel hit on the spot, they're going to retaliate. They won't just let it stand.
Do you
Your
think
businesses are targets. Anyone working there are targets. Hell, anyone just on the street by them are targets. That's how
should
they
we
fight.
stay with you for the time being? Or would that, I feel like that might also just make us a bigger target.
Oh, they can come if
we're
they
all
want.
together.
They can come if they want. They will not have a good time when they step on my property. Sure, people can stay with me. But if you have kind that you care about in these businesses close to you, and she looks at all 3 of them, protect them. Otherwise, you will lose them.
I don't think that the Second Inquisition of the Technocracy will let them get close enough to Cameron.
Probably's okay for now. No, I'm more worried about Grant getting a hold of Cameron. The food trucks are good. Moving targets are hard to hit. But any stationary targets, expect them to at some point get hit. And as we do more hits on them, which I encourage that we do, they will eventually become desperate, and that's when the murders will pile up. Also, not my first rodeo. Take care of yours. I'm under no pretense that mine are actually safe where they are, but at least they're safer than if they were here.
And I think with those dire warnings, yes, Bo, I see you about to say something.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could make a premonition roll as we depart.
Go ahead. You even had it ready. Man, this is not the night of good rolls from people, though, is it? You had 2 successes so far.
Oh, yeah, willpower, sorry.
Yeah, you can only willpower 1 of the dice, but hey, you might get lucky. Might get a 3rd.
Nope.
2 it is. As you listen to the music, the music is calm, sedate, relaxing. Then it begins to build up in tempo. Then there's a woman's voice. Not singing, not words, but part of the song, like you hear in many orchestras, where it's still singing, but not words, just part of the harmony. And then the singing becomes screaming. Louder and louder. And then it is cut off. And the music ends. All at once.
After that, Bo's going to take out his phone and text Teddy, I'm going to go pick up some butter, which is their code phrase for I love you, which they made ever since coming to Kansas City.
Okay. You get a reply back that we're out of bread too, which is telling you he loves you too. As the group goes their separate ways, I think right here is where we're going to end season 3, episode 7. Holy shit, everybody. Do I even try to click the yes on monetization on YouTube or just accept it? I say I click yes and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
Queen of the freaks, baby.
What's the worst that can happen, right? What's the worst that can happen? They went to, well, more than just the club. They were part of some supernatural shit.
Yeah.
It is a place where everyone coexists. Period. You don't know if it's just the wraiths that put this contract on you, though the mentioning of Charon is pretty fucking heavy, or the fact that it's obviously a mage was involved in this. But I'd love to see what happens if you all try to discuss with Callum the events that happened.
No, we just got to tell him he's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Because we can't. He's got to go.
Well, you can try.
No, we got to go.
But Johnny did tell you what happens when you try.
Uh-huh.
You frenzy. I wonder what a human who tries happens to him. Oh, well, we'll find out. For this episode, let's go with, I mean, there were some good moments, had me cracking up, had the whole players cracking up. Let's go with 4XP again, damn it. I really shouldn't, but I did.
You should. Yes, you should.
But I did. See, my brain's all addled tonight, so you get 4XP. Look at that. So please, everybody, join us on the Discord. The cast of this show come from the Discord. All of our shows come from Discord. We also have, a great community of people. We do community hangouts when we can. We do non-streamed games when we can. Look, the community hangouts and non-stream games haven't been happening often as much because, well, frankly, we're kind of busy. There's stuff going on in the back end about, Queen's Gambit and all the other stuff. And hey, there's shit going on. But please join our Discord. You want to catch our back episodes? Go to YouTube. You can catch up on all the shenanigans of this crew because, I'm glad to see that Rashad was down with the party tonight. Rashad's like, look, looks like some Giovanni level shit. So catch the back episodes. You can see the other side of Rashad where he doesn't break out and look happy as he did tonight. And the other part of Gwen who doesn't look happy. Everyone expected Kat to get her and Johnny and Bella to break into some freaky shit. But I'll get Bo over to that bonar that was at the club at some point. Or at the party. Because he was definitely a bonar, letting the women feel up his muscles. Yep. So catch your back episodes. You want to see some Ishval, which is D&D and Call of Cthulhu, pop over to the Ishval channel. Check that shit out. You want to see some amazing content creators, our friends. One of them down here, re-rolls. Mischievous Red. Mischievous Red, what you got going on?
I sometimes stream on Sundays when life permits, and I do. It's Final Fantasy right now, because addicted, because of the new expansion.
When life permits. I understand that concept. Ree, what you got going on down there?
This Sunday we will be continuing our D&D adventure where last week our party met a certain and I quote them spider mummy. So
Yeah,
you should
and
go check that out.
Spider Mom.
And a
was-
paladin who's look, paladins are known for getting a little touchy feely sometimes. Don't
Yes,
worry about
they
that.
are laying them hands on.
They always laying hands on something. Yeah, seriously, check out
Nine.
our re-rolls.
Because that shit was hilarious
Yep.
last Sunday.
Check that out. No, my brain is still half fried. I'm still distracted as hell.
We also have Junie Von Esch and Ravnos.
Junie Von Esch,
Love.
Junie Von Esch streams our channel. She'll also be joining us here. Ravnos Archon, trust me, you've seen him in a bunch of shit just like Junie, just like Red at this point on our channel, and Bo down there. Even Rashad. Hell, we got people just all over the channel. But Junie and does what does she call it? Stitch and Bitch on her channel. And if you want to pop over to Ravnos Archon, he streams other TTRPGs that is not streaming on our channel. Vampire, more Old Gods, 7C. He's got a whole bunch of shit. So check out Ravnos Archon too. You want to get your studio merch, pop over to Razazzle. Please sign in. As you can tell, we're adult. We got adult merch. So you want to do that. Bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give to the viewers, or you, the viewers, to give to the players. Some thanks for all the hard work they put in the effort.
Show off your biddies for these amazing players, y'all.
Yep. So that's that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And if you want to give the studio, but you can go to our coffee. You can subscribe here on Twitch. They'll take half.
If you buy Mama a coffee, Dr. Rakosi will let you call her daddy.
So, and if you watch on YouTube, you want to give something to the studio for free. Hey, look, on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. All that drives us up on the YouTube searches. Sure, we don't make a lot of money, but hey, it's a little bit something because let me tell you, right now, none of us do this because we want to make money. We do it because we love it. But let me tell you, it costs. So, I mean, it adds up slowly over time for all of us. So, we do appreciate it. But look, don't give us money you don't have. If you don't have it, don't give it. So, and now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for the schedule. It's a pretty easy schedule this time.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us tonight for this ridiculous episode of Kansas City and Domain Divided, but it was so much fun.
The group needs a break once in a while.
The poor coterie needed a fucking breather for real. They needed some fucking fun. But seriously, thank you. And coming up over the next week, tomorrow, we do not have a Call of Cthulhu stream. I was notified of that on Wednesday, so there is no stream tomorrow. Have a nice weekend. We will be back here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass Season 2, y'all. Myself, Mischievous Red, Junie Von Esch, Cozy Core, Ravnos Archon, Evie Eternal, and Maddox. Yeah. Yo, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's nuts. Face shit is like for real. It's crazy. So join us.
That's Gwen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She also plays in it, so.
Yeah, she does. And so join us at 8 p.m. Eastern for that. And then, of course, we will be back here next week on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully Callum will be back at the table. D. Davis is unfortunately under the weather right now and needed to take a break tonight. So we hope he has a speedy recovery and is able to rejoin us next week.
Yep, because you only 3 episodes left this season.
Mm-hmm. Only 3 left. Next week is episode 8 of this season.
Yep.
So yeah, join us then at 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday.
Yep. And as always, everybody, mental health. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take not only your mental health seriously, but the mental health of others seriously. Check in on those around you. Make sure they're okay, because I know a lot of people out there are not. And if you suffer from mental health issues, like many of us do, myself included, I want you to reach out to your own support network. And I know a lot of people don't feel they have one. And if you don't feel you have one, I understand. In chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there'll be a professional on the other end of the line to help you out. Because first of all, mental health is health, and it's okay to not be okay. And if you're not in the U.S. or you're watching this on YouTube, go to findahelpline.com, put in your country of origin, and you can find out the helpline for your country. Because look, we want you to get better. We want you to take care of yourselves. And we want to make sure that, you're okay. Because a lot of people aren't. So now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for her portion of the outro.
All right. So seriously, y'all, take care of your mental well-being. Take care of your physical well-being as well. I'm on McStabber. I'm a registered nurse. I'm going to tell you, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Get your vaccines. COVID is still very much a thing. Make sure your boosters are up to date. You should get one of those annually after getting your first series of vaccinations. And do take care of that. Make sure that you do get yourself checked out when you need to, get your checkups, get your physicals done, take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine if you can. Just take care of yourselves for real. And make sure you are registered to vote, as I said Wednesday. The convicted felon, who is the GOP nominee, has picked a horrible fucking oh, God. Anyway, as a VP pick that just wants women stuck in abusive marriages and doesn't want rape victims to be able to get abortions and all kinds of just horrible fucking shit. Not to mention he did a movie that basically made fun of everybody in Appalachia. Yeah. So he's a horrible fucking cretin. They're showing you who they are, y'all, for real. And they're totally on board with Project 2025, as the VP pick shows you that they are. And literally, make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure your registration's up to date and current and that your party affiliation is appropriate as well. And make sure that you vote blue down the fucking ticket because we have to do this. We have to. We really have to. No third party. No fucking write-ins. For fucking real. Stop throwing away votes on this. It's very fucking important. And it's important that we get Dem control of the fucking Congress. Real fucking important. Said with love.
And I do thank everyone for coming. And I hope the players enjoyed this little break I gave them from all the really fucked up shit I've put them through this season. I think they needed an episode where they could just relax with no direct threats and just have a little bit of a fun time. Plus, they got some good information out of it. I'd like to thank you all. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.